Right, so the IEB Matric results for 2024 are highly anticipated by learners across South Africa. The Independent Examinations Board, the IEB, is set to release the results tomorrow. While the IEB Matric results 2023 to 2024, with the learners, of course, being able to access their provisional results on the 18th of January 2024. For more on this, Quinton Pascoe, Executive Head of Reddam House Waterfall, joins us via Teams now. A very good afternoon to you, Quinton, and thank you for your time with us here on the SABC at this hour.
It's an absolute pleasure, and thank you to you and your listeners. Thank you for including us.
Quinton, we understand that tomorrow you, of course, will be hosting a handover ceremony. Perhaps you could talk to us more about that.
No, you're spot on. We're very excited. Obviously, don't want to let the cat out on the bag, but absolutely over the moon for the event. We got our children and their parents arriving at 8:30. They'll meet at the entrance to our college reception. We'll host them to some non-alcoholic champagne, some celebration, and we've actually got our prep children lining the streets of our school to welcome in our matriculants to make it a special occasion for them.
Quinton, without letting the cat out of the bag, as you've alluded to, but just based on the prelim results of the students at Reddam House in particular in Waterfall, I mean, what can we expect?
Well, gosh, one word, magic. So we're really excited. I think upon the serious reflection, I think the greatest thing that a joy I have as a headmaster and a schoolmaster is that I think the dreams of the children can be reached. They've set themselves up for a superb foundation. I think the universities that they've applied for and that will be lucky enough to have them, I think it's going to be a wonderful match made. And I sincerely hope our kids do follow their dreams and become wonderful change agents for our nations. But the world's their oyster. They've worked hard, and I think they've got themselves off to a great foundation.
And speaking of which, the journey obviously entails some ups and downs, and perhaps you could speak to some of the challenges that you as a school have had as you were preparing for last year's exams, some of the challenges you've also managed to overcome.
With the greatest of pleasure. First and foremost, we all know the systems, universities, schools, the department, the children themselves, parents. We put a lot of pressure, a lot of strain, a lot of expectation on matric and matric results. So you have to talk to the children about a resilience and a work ethic that's non-stop. You cannot afford to take your foot off the pedal. So we've journeyed a lot with our matriculants around maintaining this resilience, but while being also at a healthy state. So we still expect of our children to live in other areas of our school life. They can't just stop and worry about the academics. There's an expectation to get involved fully in our school program. They all have leadership portfolios, so they've got to continue with that. But we've equally made sure with our staff that genuine care, a sense of belonging and attachment and seeing every child. So we make sure there's a lot of communication with our parents and indeed with the children so we can manage their emotions. Staff have made themselves available. I have to take my hat off to them evening using technology to connect with the children, whether it be on Teams, to offer extra lessons. We offer extra lessons. We've had a holiday school, winter school. So the staff have genuinely said, look, how do I make myself available and go the extra mile for our children? So I think there's been that wonderful collaboration. At the same time, we made sure that our matriculants have a voice. We encourage them to speak out so that we know a climate check with
All right, Quinton, let me see if we still have you there. You were just obviously speaking to some of the challenges that you as a school and some of the learners have had to overcome, speaking to some of the psychosocial support as well. Perhaps as we wrap up, we could look forward to the 2024 academic year, your state of readiness. Are you ready for the 2024 academic year? Okay. It seems like we've lost Quinton there, but thank you to him for joining us on the SABC at this hour. Quinton Pascoe is Executive Head of Reddam House Waterfall, joining us to unpack the results that's set to be released tomorrow. In fact, Reddam House Waterfall will be hosting that handover ceremony.